Hello, viewers. Thanks for passing by. Now, is South Africa courting sanctions? Is South Africa about to face the worst form of economic sanctions from the US and Europe? Or was it just bluff? Was it a kind of a bluff to try and actually pre-warn South Africa that if by any chance it lends support to Russia, that it will be kicked out of the AGOA Pact? And did it work or did it fail? What are the repercussions to other African countries? South Africa currently is a very influential country, considering that it is inside the BRICS group of nations. The BRICS are a group of countries that form up to 40% of world population, that have an economic kind of arrangement, same as the G7, that is their rival. But now, the G7 has sworn to destroy the BRICS completely. But it's really finding a hard time handling China, which is currently a very powerful country. It's really finding problems dealing with India, which is also emerging as a major powerhouse. And we all know that Russia has always been a pain in their necks. Now, it seems like the only two countries that they can try to twist is Brazil and South Africa. And especially South Africa, because we know that the West has always kind of had a lot of influence with Africans, and we have always been pushovers to them. Now, by interfering with South Africa, the West, and here you should insert the US and Europe, is trying to push South Africa to the wall as a way of trying to make sure that no other African country ever tries to come out openly to show full support of Russia and the BRICS. South Africa is a very influential country in Africa. South Africa supports so many countries economically. Most countries in the south of Africa, southern part of Africa, depend on South Africa for imports of commodities. South Africa is one of the biggest contributors of funds to the AU, together with Algeria. Now, by bullying South Africa, I believe that the US is trying to tell other African countries that if you dare try play with us, we are going to mess you up. We are going to throw you out of the AGOA Pact, which allows African goods to enter the US without taxes. Now, the US ambassador who had accused South Africa of aiding Russia came out again and apologized to show that the allegations were out of context, that they were just mere allegations without evidence, and he withdrew his statements. But the damage had already been done. Warnings had been issued by the US, by the German foreign minister, and it is questionable now if South Africa is even ready to host, which is going to host the BRICS summit in August, whether it's going to allow Putin to step foot into South Africa. This is the first warning shots that have been fired by the West. And it seems like South Africa isn't even sure about what it wants to do. It had the president had hinted at exiting the ICC, and therefore freeing South Africa to invite Putin into South Africa during the BRICS summit. But then it seems like he has rescinded his decision. South Africa currently isn't sure. It is on shaky ground. I don't know whether the other BRICS core countries like China, Russia, and India are going to protect South Africa, or whether it is we Africans who are supposed to come out clear and defend South Africa. So we are still watching how this story is developing. August is not far off. In between, there's going to be a lot of fireworks between South Africa and the West, and we are going to see whether South Africa is going to back off or whether South Africa is going to give Africa the direction it needs of standing up to the West and telling them we are sovereign countries and we deserve the right to invite whoever we want to Africa. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and see you on the next video.